Hi Taurus, this is going to be a tarot reading for you for February 2021. I use some oracle cards in this reading too and astrology for extra cosmic guidance. Let's focus on the tarot for now. Let's pull some cards for the past, last maybe 4 weeks to 6 weeks, last 3 weeks for Taurus. We'll go deeper in all of these cards. I just want to get them out first. For the past, for Taurus, 10 of Cups, radiating happiness, 7 of Wands, real desire and motivation to do something. The Chariot, yes, very, very strong, powerful energy for motivation and success. Let's look at what's going on around the Taurus people currently. So whenever you check in with this video, Taurus, and remember this energy is fluid. So whenever it resonates with you, that's when it's good for you to hear. Okay, let's look at this past energies coming up for Taurus. The Emperor, another major arcana card. The Eight of Wands. This is very fiery and passionate. You're very driven at the moment. The Tower. Okay, we have Mars ruling this planet in the sign of Taurus at the moment, moved in there on January 6th. I think now's the time, Taurus, where you're actually grounding all of these ideas and all of this passion. You're like sort of starting to see how you can actually, how would this actually work though in real life? It's all well and good, my ideas. I'm feeling very driven, very motivated, but just making it tangible. Okay, so let's have a look now at what is coming up in the near future. Let's look at the very end of February into March 2021 for Taurus. What kind of themes can they be expecting? You might be dealing with the fire sign at the moment, Taurus. Maybe in kind of, it could be collaboration. Two of Wands, more fire energy. Yeah, more fire energy, Son of Wands, or else you are just raring to go and very excited about something. Father of Cups. Okay, let's just ground this reading with one message from the Kuan Yin Oracle deck. This is the Chinese goddess of compassion. Take this as a message, Taurus, from your most compassionate, highest self to you. A message for Taurus, and we'll just see if we can get any more guidance coming through. What do we have? We've got Mother Fearess. Oh, let's read about that. Mother Fearess, Taurus, and then we'll break down these tarot cards and see what we've got coming up. I'll pull some more tarot cards as well just to clarify, but for now. Mother Fearess is your guardian. Nothing can penetrate the passionate fire of her fearless love. Your safety is assured, beloved. In the midst of any apparent challenge or threat, no matter how frightening it may seem, and no matter how insecure you might feel about taking a step on your spiritual path into more power, know that you are safe, protected, and that you are loved. So, I mean, I see this really strong, fiery energy coming up in this reading anyway, like even the imagery of Mother Fearess. So it does, this card was talking about, it did talk about kind of like feeling fearless and feeling very passionate. I think though you have had this brilliant idea as of late, or something came to you. The Ten of Cups is about connectedness with others. It could have been people that are in your family, in your soul tribe, good friends of yours, your near and dear ones, kind of might have come to you with some sort of a brainwave, or you were brainstorming with them. I really get the idea of this looking like brainstorming, like the channels of the brain lighting up, sparking with ideas, but it's like it would make everybody happy, like, you know, everyone would be looked after. It could be something to do with family or like legacy, or even just something that you think that could be a legacy of your own. This is also talks to me about being fearless. The Seven of Wands is like really about standing true, standing in your ground up against any adversary, or like this kind of Mother Fearess spoke about, like standing up fearlessly even against any opposition when you know you're standing true to yourself. Okay, that's the best way you can be. So this is telling me that in the past, loads of creative ideas flowing, loads of inspiration flowing. Yeah, you might be getting met with some resistance, but ultimately I think Taurus, like, you've got this. The Chariot coming through, like lighting up this kind of third eye chakra, like this idea is like, it was very well thought out, or what you're going for. I just see passion and drive and inspiration all around this reading at the moment. The Chariot is an indication that not only is this just a new opportunity that you're really excited about and everything sounds great and it's going to make everyone happy, it's actually part of your soul evolution. So like this Mother Fearless, this Chariot is mother. This is Cancer ruled card. Cancer is the fearless mother archetype of the zodiac. And this is like just about being fierce and taking charge, taking control. The Emperor coming up right after this card coming into the present energy is just like really strengthening of the control. This is really though your soul's evolution saying like, hey, something you've kind of wrapped up on something now, you may not know it, but all this new creativity and brilliant ideas, these channeled brainwaves, this creative spark, that's coming from like you being ready to evolve now. Okay, so that's the Chariot is really like kind of like, okay, mother has nurtured you enough, so to speak. Now you're ready to go off on your own, leave the nest, and like really but make your mark on the world. Don't go out feebly. The Emperor, nothing feeble about the Emperor or the Tower energy. Two more major arcana cards coming up around you currently, Taurus. Okay, so I feel like the Emperor is now you being like, hey, this is about the realizing yourself. It's very confident, very self-assured, very powerful, but like it's you having self-confidence and kind of recognizing that you are like that kind of like boss energy, or just somebody who's really handling their shit at the moment, but also like they're aspiring for more. So I feel like that's what you are. You're in cahoots with people, you're in a lot of communication, 8 of Wands with somebody, or else this is just the ball is starting to get rolling now. So things might be happening a bit more quickly around you. Information, Taurus, coming in, contacts, networking, getting emails, scheduling phone calls with people. This is all about communication. Might be that you're selling a product of some sort, and that's a really good indication if you are. This is kind of card of commerce as well. But basically, if it isn't really necessarily those mundane things, you can just feel energetically. This 8 of Wands is all about synchronizations and synchronized occurrences. You might be picking up on a lot of synchronicities in your daily life, and keep note of those messages and what's going on around you, what you're thinking, how you're feeling when they come up. Even nice to journal. But you might just feel like this energetic real shift. Like, think about this, lightning has struck into this wheel. It's really starting to move. So you're starting to feel momentum all around you. The Tower, okay, so maybe it's going to really take off and explode in a bigger way than you thought it might. You might not be anticipating how busy, how successful, how much energy you need to put into this. It might be very consuming, might be just more work than you had imagined, but you're feeling very strong and empowered to absolutely give it your best shot. Ooh, interesting card imagery here. This is very Aries. So Taurus, you might be working with an Aries at the moment, or else you're working and in communication with somebody who is just like, they have all the bright ideas. You're going to be maybe the one that sees them out into completion, into fruition. This Aries energy is coming up really strong. They might be an unpredictable kind of person that you're dealing with. That could be another option, that they're just like a really unpredictable person. You love their energy. You definitely, I think, like you think it works really well for what you're doing, this person, but they are unpredictable in your eyes. You never know what you're going to get out of them, but good fun. Okay, so coming up in the future then, before we start pulling some more tarot cards, I have this Aries card again. Well, I mean, other than that, it's just that you might, okay, so if there's a person in your life that is like this character I've described, but you might then in the future kind of realize, okay, you might kind of get a little bit like, I can only do so much with this kind of a personality, that you need something a little bit more grounded. Other than that though, it's like you are very eager to get this idea out in the world coming up, and you are going to be potentially wanting to act very hastily, and because it's just out of pure excitement to get going. Taurus, normally you do kind of think things through, feel them out. Mars being in Taurus is a good time now for grounding, taking grounding action. Mars is all about how we actually motivate ourselves, how we act, how we exert energy, how we move. So when it's in Taurus, it's nice and grounding. and you can kind of start putting plans into more tangible practice. I just think that this person, this fiery character in your life, like you might just feel that they could be a bit immature, or they might just like you find them fun and all good, but you know, it's not somebody you would model yourself off necessarily, but maybe you all each bring good attributes to this project that you're on. Father of Cups, so that's the card that we're leaving with. This is kind of telling me that maybe this is a supporting partner in your life that is kind of coming up, with the first card being 10 of Cups, more water energy here, and leaving with the Father of Cups. It looks like you do have a really good support system around you in terms of maybe a loving partner or supportive partner, somebody who really encourages you to go give it your all and to strive after these, which you think are like really big out there wild ambitions. Maybe they are, but I mean, it looks like with the Chariot that you're ready to take this step. And Emperor card, it's like, finally, Taurus, you're seeing this fall into place. Like, I should be in charge here, or I mean, I should be in the spotlight. Oh no, not these yet. We'll go with the tarot, and just let's clear up another couple of, let's pull some more cards just to clear this up. So let's just look at this past row, looking at the Chariot as the major arcana in this past position. All these awesome ideas coming, brain waves, creative vision. What else do we need to know about that for Taurus? So we've got the Four of Swords, and the Father of Swords, King of Swords vibe. Yeah, like you might have been taking such a hiatus and a break out of life for a while, and then, you know, you were really getting this nudge, like this fire in your belly, like a lighting a match under your ass kind of a thing, and you're like, get going. Something was spurring you on. It was the fact that you were ready, you had been ready, you were maybe nervous to kind of, you know, you're testing out the wheels, you're kind of maybe a beginner in something, but it was like you could feel this surge from within, and like it was really supportive. People thought this is a great idea. You met maybe like resistance in yourself, like how will I actually make this happen, but everybody around you seemed to be like, great idea, Taurus. So it came from kind of some sort of a like hiatus, a break from life in general, and then you had it was some sort of a brainwave, something became very clear to you, and I think it kind of came from like, you wanted to make something secure for your future, but even maybe some of you have been thinking about kids, making something secure for your kids, or if you have children already, that could have been coming up. I do see like an energy sometimes with this 10 of Cups and this Chariot as like, yeah, starting a family type of an atmosphere, or like this mothering kind of nurturing. Maybe it's like not a literal physical baby. Maybe it's like your baby, like you're birthing something new into the world, like your first creation, and it's just really that important to you. You want to have it delivered like really perfectly. But it kind of came from the inspiration, I guess, came from some sort of a break and some sort of a timeout period in your life where you weren't maybe really doing much, or you were doing more of just the same. Something new kind of came your way. It was definitely a shift. Big energy going on around you, so I'm sure you're feeling busy at the moment, or inspired, Taurus, or powerful, or yeah, I'm feeling inspired by looking at these cards. So let's clear up this middle row. We have the Emperor, the Eight of Wands, and the Tower. And then we have Mother Fearless coming up with the Oracle card. I just think it is very possible that some of you really have children on your mind at the moment. If you're a parent yourself, may be really excited about what your kids are doing at the moment. This is the Nine of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. So like, yeah, like you're taking a lot of action at the moment, Taurus. You're feeling really good actually. I get this sense of you, are you like receiving a handbook from somebody, a guidebook from somebody, or you're passing it on? I don't know. Otherwise, this energy together, Three of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, is saying that you're in the mood to kind of look really good at the moment. Get dressed up, maybe socialize if it's possible, kind of congregate with friends, people that you like, that big you up. You have this really nice support network around you, caring, loving people in your life who are very much kind of like at the moment, yes, Taurus, you do you have a lot to handle at the moment. You have a lot of motivation coming in. You want to be totally self-sufficient and be able to treat everybody around you, kind of lavish them. Just really, you really are kind of focused on the good life at the moment, and how all this activity going on around you, like this maybe chaotic, even maybe like unpredictable movement going on around you, is like, how is this going to ensure a better life quality for myself and the people around you? I feel like it's like when you're up, the whole crew is up. That's the way you're kind of thinking about this new stage of your life, Taurus. Yes, okay, so let's keep going anyways. And I do have Uranus I've got Mars and I've got the planet Uranus in the sign of Taurus currently. That can be an unpredictable energy. Communication here too. Mercury has gone retrograde in Aquarius. For Taurus rising, that is in your 10th house of career. There may become kind of miscommunications in the realm of people you deal with in your like career and reputation. Taurus rising, for the month of February, we have got a 5-planet lineup in the sign of Aquarius. For your rising position, Taurus rising, that's your 10th house of career. Probably all of this is like very, and even if you're Taurus sun, you know, you've still got all of these planets making a square. We've got Saturn, Jupiter, Venus, Mercury, and the sun in Aquarius making a square to Taurus. So I feel like one way or another, you've definitely got some extra energy, being directed your way and kind of asking you to respond. Squares are about asking us to respond in astrology. We have to react to those, okay? So yeah, there's probably a lot going on for you. Let's look at this future energy coming up. Watch out for miscommunications and explosive arguments, Taurus. You might be kind of, you or the other person, I see this energy of being a very, very domineering and forceful person with their words and with their actions, really. The way they act, their body language, the way that they kind of make you feel. It could be you, Taurus, watch out for that. Could be somebody that you're in your social circle with you, friendship group. Let's look at this final row for Taurus. So coming up in the future, February into March 2021. You're gonna maybe want to act impulsively on something, I think, Taurus. Strength, the Hanged Man. So 2 more major arcanas. Okay, yeah, so you're going to want to act impulsively on this decision. Which one of these wands am I choosing? Okay, what am I doing? What way am I going? I have a big decision to make, but it's like because I have itchy feet and I want to get going on something, don't want to wait. You're going to maybe be wanting to act in a more impulsive way. Ultimately, you can maybe seek some advice from somebody who is like yourself, Taurus, more of somebody who thinks things through. Maybe somebody who really respects your happiness and kind of values your happiness, not a selfish person in your life, somebody that genuinely loves you and wants you to be happy at all times. They might have some good advice for you, grounding advice when you're feeling agitated and like anxious and wanting to take action. That could be just coming in for you. But in what came out here, so There is going to be the urge and the real rash feeling coming up to act impulsively. And if that does come up for you, Taurus, this is kind of indicating that you'll have to wait then. There'll be like a suspension period, but it'll be in which that you have to stand very firm. And you kind of like, it'll be too late for you to back out, is what I'm saying. You'll have to see how that pans out, learn the new perspective from it. Could be out of stubbornness that you go for it. So definitely I see a lot of fixed energy here with Scorpio and Leo, fellow fixed signs like you, Taurus, too. So coming up in the future, it just kind of tells me about being stubborn in making this decision, this impulsive potentially decision. And if you are too impulsive, you'll have no back out option, and you'll just have to let it play out, learn from it, good or bad. It could be a really good experience too. It's just telling me to kind of advise not to be too impulsive. Do you want to have a look at these cards, Taurus? I'm going to close you out with one more oracle card, all right? So we'll close out with another oracle card and see if we can get any last messages right now. Other than this, Taurus, you're very much at the moment like kind of inspiring yourself, inspiring others, impressing yourself with like your, not just your strength, but like your skills, your beauty, your radiance. Like you're really impressing yourself. You're like, oh, I'm so much stronger than I thought. I'm so much like healthier than I thought. I'm so much more radiant and alive than I thought. Yeah, it's like this is different. It's like one is like cocooning and shying away almost, and one is like so loud and proud. So which are you feeling, Taurus? And maybe this option, maybe this kind of wand that we're thinking about, it might be just a decision. Maybe one, if too impulsive, we might be leaving feeling either very empowered or very I want to retreat. Like I want to kind of I need to learn from that. I need to understand what I was thinking. So it depending on your decision. Let's have a look then at one more oracle card to close out this reading. One last message from Taurus's most compassionate highest self, from this Kuan Yin goddess of compassion. This is the Wild Unknown tarot deck, actually, if anyone's interested. It's a really nice deck to read with. I feel like the animals in it and the nature just makes it less personal. It's kind of like more objective to read from, if that makes sense. What have we got here? To the Celestial Mountain. I really like this card. Beautiful energy. To the Celestial Mountain we go, Taurus. There are times when divine energy is needed to help us achieve our spiritual goals. When you do not feel completely in control of your destiny, the divine is usually gifting you with an opportunity to reach for assistance, to invoke divine power, to call to the celestial mountain so that you might be gifted with a far superior outcome. Your permission to beings that love you unconditionally, Your permission to beings that love you unconditionally to offer you help is an expression of spiritual empowerment. You empower those forces to come to your aid and help you manifest your life purpose and destiny. Absolutely, Taurus. I really did feel like you have this like unconditional, unwavering partner, support, person, family around you. And they're actually a gift, you know, they're one of your gifts in this lifetime. All of those blessings and people that love you and support you unconditionally, you can call upon that power to support you and really guide you through everything. It's actually like asking for help, basically. It's like asking for help and help and guidance. It's not a weakness at all. It's a blessing that you actually have people in your life that you can do that with. Good for you. You earned it, Taurus. All right, look, that's going to be your reading for now. A lot of passion, a lot of excitement. It's a very fired up reading. So that might be how you're feeling, fired up. But there are people around there, but not only are you fired up and you're off on your own way, there is so much love and support around you. So I really enjoyed reading that for you, Taurus. And feel free to hit share, like, subscribe. I'm going to come back with the love and relationship spread for you for the month of February too. Take care, guys.